Hey, LCC family, Pastor Mike here with my lovely wife, Amber. We just wanted to go on here and answer some questions and let you know that we are kind of making precautions for COVID and all the things the governor is mandating and putting into law. We are on top of it. We are thinking about it. It is something that's on our brain and on our mind and on our radar. First thing I want to tell you is this is your private house. This is your home. This is where you live. You're inviting people into your house. They're your guests. You have to do what you're comfortable with, and you can do whatever you're comfortable with. You can do what's best for you or your family, and what's best for your cluster, what you think is best. So that's the first thing we're going to tell you. We are going to give you some tips. We're going to ask you to do certain things when you meet, but how you meet and where you meet, when you meet, that's really going to be up to you. We're going to leave that in your hands. So Amber has some COVID kits that she created, and she's going to share with you the details of those and how to use them.
All right, cluster leaders, we will be dropping them off as soon as we have all the supplies that we've ordered put inside of them. They're just a little bin, so it can go with you if you have a location or anything like that. There will be a thermometer. There will be lots of big bottles and small bottles of hand sanitizers. There will be masks, face shields, all sorts of different fun things to keep you safe. We will also have some charts in there that will be yellow, orange, red, and that will coincide with the plan of action that we'd like your cluster to put in place, whether the governor calls us on yellow or orange or red, what that still looks like for us as clusters so that we can still be safe and still practice our civil rights to gather and worship and do it the right way. So we will get all that supplies to you on the sheets that we'll have inside of your cluster packets. It will have some information where you can sign in. It will not say specifically what your temperature is, just for confidentiality purposes, but it will say basically like a yes or a no, a pass or a fail. So your personal rights should not be invaded in any way, shape, or form in this way, but it is how we can keep a record. And if there were any ever questions as to what's going on, are we practicing protocols and safety and taking all safety measures, we will honestly be able to answer with a yes. So I'll be in touch soon.
And with those sign-in sheets, we are asking that you use them every week. We're asking that you save them in a place, either digitally or actual paper copies. And if you could send them to me, that'd be great. You can take a picture of it and text it to me. You can scan it and email it to me, however you want to do it. But keep them, save them. They're kind of important in case something happens. Binder. Yeah, you can make a binder. Yeah. That's a good idea. Make sure you save those sign-in sheets. Make sure you use them. Make sure people are wearing masks. You're not supposed to eat food at your clusters. That got changed with this whole COVID thing. So, do your best to adhere to that. That's kind of why we stopped having food at our corporate service, just because we knew it was not something that you should be doing. Here's some options for meeting. Obviously, you can meet in your home. Governor Cuomo on Friday the 13th said that, no more than 10 in your private residence. Like I said, it's going to be up to you ultimately what you do with that. It is your private residence. That's not something we're going to force you to do, but do what you think is best. So if you have 10 or less, you're perfectly clear to keep on meeting. If you have more than 10 or think that you will ever get there, there's some options for you. If you don't want to meet in your house, what you could do, two things I thought about right off the bat was, one of them is you could kind of have a Zoom rotation where you ask part of your group to join on Zoom and maybe another part of your group stays home the following week and come up with a rotation for that.
But that's only if we go over 10. We don't want that. We don't want that to be our first point of action.
Right.
Yeah.
You could do all Zoom. If you know you're going to have more than 10, you could just set it that week. Hey guys, we're going to have 13, 14 people. So let's just meet by Zoom this week. Or another option is to meet at the church. There's a church calendar. It's on Google Calendar, so we can give you access to that if you ask, and you can see when the church is available. And you could meet with your cluster in the church. The youth cluster meets in the church just because it is a bigger group, and so it helps us to meet in the church because the regulations are a little looser there. Exactly. So we can give you access to the church calendar if you'd like, so you can check on Google Calendar. to see when it would be available. You may have to change your meeting time and night of the week to fit it into the church calendar, but that's definitely an option, and probably the safest option if you didn't want to meet in your house. For our corporate gatherings, it's not going to change things too much because we're still in the percentage of allowable people. Do you have any update for that, for the corporate gathering?
The gathering, we are going to have a worship leader, Rebecca. She is from New Covenant. I think a lot of you might already know her, so we're really excited about that. Rebecca Hannon.
Woo-hoo!
And we are going to have Rick Bonner bring the word. So we're excited for this. And it is Sunday, the 29th, and it will be at 6:30.
6:30, no, I thought it was 6 p.m. on Sunday evening. 6:30.
Talk about something else while I look real fast.
So seriously, guys, this is something that we're taking seriously, but it's your house. So you're going to have to make the ultimate decision on what you do with that and what you do with these regulations that Governor Cuomo is passing down. Just like you're having to do with your Thanksgiving or other family parties or having friends over. You're going to have to be the final voice on that.
6:30.
6:30. So I was wrong. Okay. I usually am when it comes to details like that. That's why I have my wife, Amber. She's good.
Bada
Stuff
bing.
like that. Okay. So recap. Do what's best for you and your family and your cluster. Put the COVID kits to use. Save the sign-in sheets. And there's other options to meeting either through Zoom or at the church building. If you have questions, need clarity on anything, call Amber and I or text us and we'll walk you through that.
Prayer.
What about it?
Prayer and praise at the church.
Go ahead.
Sunday, the
Tomorrow.
15th.
Tomorrow the 15th at.
I don't know the time.
We'll put it on the church Facebook page.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Love you, everybody. Hope you have a great night.
It's going to do it. Doodle-doo.
Praying for you. Hope you're praying for us because we love you. We're all in this together.
Bye. Good enough.